So the next topic, guys, it's SCCM and Intune PXE, we call it PXE and OOBE. So this topic, guys, it's very important because I see that many of you are getting confused. And by the way, let me erase this. And sorry, guys, if I sometimes I'm a bit slow. It's because while I'm talking, I'm looking at all the notes and the thing that I prepare, and also the question, etc., etc. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't lost track. When I look, at what we actually covered, I think we're good. Yeah. So yeah, guys. PXE OOBE, which is you have a bunch. I'm going to explain first, very, very, very quickly. You have a bunch of laptop. Okay, your organization have a bunch of new laptop. What you want to do is to deploy. You want to deploy automatically all the requirement configuration for this laptop, which is the firewall settings, the encryption, the app, the Windows update, everything. Okay, on the laptop, on devices that you have never touched, and it's actually what PXE or OOBE work. And now the question that everybody asks, and I know that many of you and me too at the beginning, I was very confused about this. How can a laptop with no operating system in the PXE settings, and you will understand why. SCCM, guys, it's for PXE. Intune, it's for OOBE. Okay, remember this. PXE for SCCM, OOBE, which is out of box experience. Guys, I think I have to pause the video right now and shorten what I was saying because I think it was too long and too confusing. I'm just going to resume right now what is PXE and what is OOBE, and then I could go to the misconception or whatever thing that I was saying. But I think it's very important that I delete a part of the video right now and just tell you this. Guys, PXE, Preboot Execution Environment, is like a remote control for setting up new computers. Imagine you have a brand new laptop with no operating system. PXE lets this device connect to a network and download Windows or any OS without needing a USB or DVD. Remember back ago when you go to each laptop and put this DVD so you could boot this OS, or USB, you could boot also an OS through USB. In all case, everything is sent to the network. Okay, as simple as this, guys. It's how IT teams install systems automatically without touching every single device. Back ago, you need to implement this DVD or this USB or etc., or you need to do it manually. In this case, the actual innovation and technology about PXE is that you don't need to do anything. You just plug, you just switch your laptop on, you turn on your laptop, and everything will be sent to the network, and you will see what I mean after. Now, OOBE, out of box experience, is what happens when you first turn on again a totally new Windows device. And this setup, I'm talking right now about the actual setup process where you're choosing language, Wi-Fi, etc., and you want to sign in. Out of the box experience starts at this moment when you have a brand new laptop and you turn on this brand new laptop and you have all this configuration to do on this laptop, and you will arrive at a certain point to the Wi-Fi, very quickly. You will arrive to the Wi-Fi settings. When you, what I wanted to say, I don't want to go too far because I'm explaining in details right after. So guys, in a company, IT can pre-configure OOBE so employees just sign in. So at this exact moment when they ask you about the Wi-Fi, it's at this exact moment that everything is getting ready for you. No manual setup, nothing. Everything will be taken charge with OOBE and Autopilot, and you will see why, etc. But now this device is becoming a join device. Is becoming a joining is joining your Azure AD environment, your tenant. Okay, you still didn't do anything. You just plugged your Wi-Fi. You just set up your Wi-Fi, and automatically at this exact moment, Windows Autopilot and your actual tenant is talking, is syncing, is communicating with each other, and your actual tenant, the actual organization on Intune and Microsoft Intra, is saying, oh, I know, it's my laptop. Like, it's a corporate laptop. Please, like, join, make this device directly right now. Join this device to my actual environment. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, and now I'm gonna let you watch the video. And the common misconception that everybody does, everybody that new to this, and I had also these thoughts about, like, PXE and OOBE, out of box experience, do the same thing in the same way. PXE, the reality is that PXE and OOBE are fundamentally different approaches to provisioning laptop. PXE is for on-prem setup, while OOBE is for cloud-first modern deployments. And guys, I'm repeating what is the overall definition of PXE and OOBE. The aim, the aim is just to give all the configurations, all the company configuration policy, all the thing that you can think on what the policy require from a laptop to do on its own without doing anything to the laptop, without touching the laptop. Okay? Do you understand? It's like, I'm here, and it's really working like this. It's really working like this. You're here, you just create a new virtual machine. Okay? For PXE, I'm talking for PXE, but I will show you the exact difference between PXE and OOBE. But right now it's just an example for SCCM. You just go here, okay, you just create your virtual machine, and boom, you will get a notification here about, oh, it's you want to register this new virtual machine to the company. Okay, so are you sure you want to do this? And you just say yes, and now everything will get configured on its own. It's a very powerful method, guys. A very, very powerful method that most of the company use it, and it's very, very powerful. Yeah. So, but of course, like I said, PXE and OOBE are different approach in a way that they provision, we say like this, provision laptop. Okay. So let's talk quickly about PXE. So PXE, guys, it's for Preboot Execution Environments. And look at the name, Preboot. You still don't, the Preboot, it's like you still didn't do it, but with PXE, it cater to this. You, like, it's for this, it's for not boot yet execution, not boot yet devices, okay? And it allows a brand new laptop with no OS to boot from a company network and install Windows using SCCM and doing all the stuff that a laptop need to do, okay? So, but just something that I need maybe to add, because I'm thinking about globally, like what SCCM does to the laptop. But PXE, guys, PXE, it's simply for the pre-boot execution, okay? Like the name said, it's just for booting from an OS to the company network, and then it's the compliance, is the configuration policies, etc. that will apply. But PXE is just to boot from company network, okay? How PXE boot works. Like I said, the laptop turns on with no OS installed. The device sends a request to the DHCP server, because it's very important to precise this, guys. When you are deploying and just deploying a new OS, automatically the device will send a request to the DHCP server. And remember about all that we have, all the video that we did and the live session that we did regarding networking, which is very important. So the DHCP server is going to receive a message from this device about, please give me an IP address, like give me the correct network config so I could be on this network, so I could like get into this network. Okay, this is the boot instructions, the network boot inscription. The PXE server, which is the SCCM distribution point, sends a boot image over the network. It's simple as this, guys. Don't think too much about PXE. And by the way, I'm just re-explaining this because maybe I melt and I combine these two concepts between PXE and OOBE. Maybe I shouldn't do it. PXE, guys, is just for pre-boot. It's just for deploying the booting function. That's it, guys. It doesn't config. It doesn't do anything like this. I'm just talking for it get attached to the company network. It's all that it's doing. Okay, so yeah, it just like giving the booting image. Just think about PXE about this, because when I was trying to define just later on, I was thinking about globally, and I melt maybe the two definition about OOBE and PXE. But they're just right now, guys, think about PXE as the actual function that will launch the booting OS and booting image to this new device. Simple as this. So, like I said that the PXE server sends a boot image over the network. Okay, the SCCM installs Windows apps policy using a task sequences. Okay, then SCCMs like do all of this thing, and the laptop is fully configured and ready for use. So as you can see, guys, here we are again talking about on-premises companies with internal IT infrastructure. It's very important, guys. What people say about the limitation concerning PXE is the network dependency. Only works, it's like it only works inside the company network. Okay, I think also via VPN, and it requires SCCM servers and IT integration to store the process. It's not practical for like remote or cloud first companies. Okay, so that's why OOBE came into place. It's a good transition. So OOBE, it stands for out of the box experience, and it's a modern approach where a laptop configures itself by downloading everything it needs from the cloud via Intune and Autopilot. So as you will see, the laptop is turned on and connect to the Wi-Fi, and it's when it's stored. It's when, for example, if I would have stored totally the Peter device, I would have been, you know, like when you start, when you deploy an OS, you have on Windows 11 or Windows 10, they ask you for Wi-Fi. For example, if I go here and I press Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi, I think I will see here the image. Yes, you know, it's when you have this image. Yeah, exactly. Like you still didn't boot, you are booting your Windows for the first time, and you will get, you know, this Wi-Fi. Sorry, you will get, yeah, like the proposition of joining a Wi-Fi. And Windows, OOBE, guys, we're talking about OOBE. It needs Wi-Fi, okay? So you will boot this. So OOBE doesn't boot the image, okay? Doesn't boot the image. But once you arrived here, Windows checks if the device is registered in Autopilot using its hardware hash. I'm gonna explain. When big company, big vendors sell computers to companies, it's not like just, okay, you want to order 100 laptops, it's going to be $100,000, and once you receive the money, we'll ship you the laptop. It doesn't work like this. In a company environment, what the actual vendors will do, they will provide all the hardware hash, and the hardware hash is the actual identity, the identity numbers of the devices, okay? And once it gets, and sorry, I forget the other step. So once the IT admin receive those hardware hash, they will go into Intune, and they will simply go into device. And again, I forget to mention, but OOBE works with Windows Autopilot. Okay, it works with Autopilot in order to enroll the actual device. What it does, so you will go to here, and what you will do is that you will add this hardware hash into the Windows Autopilot function, and like this you will say, okay, like you will say to Intune, whenever you have like those hardware hash, or they are corporate on devices, so please enroll them as corporate. As simple as this, guys. It's that simple. The IT admins will implement those actual devices. Okay, they will import here a list, and they will say, okay, this hash like maybe 200 users, and you will tell to your Intune, to your tenants, those actual devices need to be enrolled by Windows Autopilot, and they are corporate on device. And anytime, like by the way, this is by default, Windows Autopilot enrollments mean corporate on device. Very important, guys. Okay, so to go back on what we said, the actual when you will arrive here, the Wi-Fi will be, you will be connected to the Wi-Fi, and because of all the system of the vendors sending the hardware hash to the IT teams download it and configure everything to the Windows Autopilot so it could follow exactly what the IT admins want. So the device, once you have registered into the to the Wi-Fi, you have joined the Wi-Fi, and you would have joined to the company network because of this whole system that I precise, the device pulls down all Intune policies, apps, and all the configurations. Windows just installs everything, including security settings and compliance policy and apps and everything you can think about. The users sign in with what, guys? Not personal. Usually when you go to this kind of step, when you just launch a new laptop or on your VMware, you just add like you create a personal login. But in our case, you would need to sign in with your work email, and then, guys, the laptop is ready to use. Simple as this, guys. So to be more precise, the task sequences on the SCCM PXE functions, which is not linked to actually PXE, but the work that SCCM does by deploying this and that, etc. As you can see, PXE and OOBE are very different. PXE for boot image, and OOBE, okay, it's same. It's like for booting, not booting, but setting up a total new device that has never been touched. But it works very differently, guys. We can see this. Okay. So what note I made concerning the limitation for you, I said requires autopilot registration before the laptop is shipped. If unregistered, the user must manually on the laptop. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, the vendors need absolutely to give you the hardware hash. Otherwise, you will get 100 laptop you buy from Best Buy, Amazon, whatever thing. How you could do to set up Windows Autopilot? You can't. You can't. If you in a very this when I say you can't, in the way that we did before about just as simple as downloading a file into Intune and say, okay, this is all these serial numbers are all my Windows, my 100 devices. If you don't have this hardware hash, you're going to do it manually. You can do PowerShell script and everything, etc., but it's going to be different. Okay, it's going to be like quite different. So the key, can I talk about the key? I think you guys already understand, right, the key difference right now about the two. So as you can see, one of the key difference that is very important is that PXE SCCM work when you are only on the site. You must be on the site on premise. Okay, it's only on the site on premise. Then what happened is that the network configuration on the site will know that there is a new laptop they're trying to talk with the DHCP servers of the company, and then the DHCP will communicate and will send him all the information, etc. Okay. So I note something about the misconception. Let's read it. A laptop must, so one of the misconception, a laptop must boot from PXE or USB to install Windows. Okay, but yeah, of course, I think you guys already understand it, because PXE it's for companies with on-prem IT infrastructure, like I said, and OOBE is for like remote, so it's not that much into irrelevant. Misconception. The other one I said, Intune enrollment alone is enough for security. I don't know if someone told me about this. I think yeah, because I have, if I have on my note right now. Oh, because it was from the other section. I don't know why I added here. Okay, sorry guys. But yeah, it was for the other section. So please like refer to the other section for this question. So let me check the important things that I need to address.